All right. Let's see. Steve, can you hear me? I can hear somebody typing in the background.
Ernest, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing two jobs at once. I thought I would pop in and say hello.
Okay. And let's see. What's the last name, Steve? I'm trying to find you on my list
DeMarco.
here. Steve. Steve
Yeah,
DeMarco. Okay.
yeah,
All right. All right. Great. So you're up in New York right now?
yeah. I'm doing some cold calling this afternoon. I got
Yeah.
some people I got to get back with, so I thought I'd just pop in and see how you were and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we haven't talked in a while, and I just thought, we'd get together for a little hangout. I don't know, can everybody see me right now on my? Can y'all see me on camera?
Good to see you. Too.
Uh, this is two groups of 30. I got 60 people on these
Oh
reports
yeah,
here that I've
yeah.
got to call. That I've been calling for the past few days, all week. I get about 5 or 10 a day on average. Oh, so yeah, I know what it's like doing all these callbacks.
Yeah, that's what I was focusing on today for this afternoon.
And I got another one. I got a binder over here with 500 pages in it with over uh, 2,000 calls. What I'm doing is I'm parsing those out and sending some of those calls to people if they want some of them, to call. I've
Right.
been
Yeah.
calling on some of them, but here's the deal on these leads that I got, just to kind of verify and see how good they are.
Right.
I call them up and verify that their phone's working, email. Uh, some say, no, that's not my email. And I think what a lot of it is these leads I got there like 30 days or better, not much more than 30 days. I think it was like they had put their information in on a website back on about the 8th of last month. So they're a little more, just a few days older than 30 days. Um, and a lot of people just, they just forget that they filled out an online form, out of sight,
Right.
out of mind. Oh, I don't remember filling out anything. Yes, well, you did. I've got your number. Hello. And your email is such and such. And they say, yeah, that's my email. Or, well, how do you know it's me? Well, let's see. Your address is showing
Right.
1608 Sherwood Village. Uh,
I'm gonna have to come back in because I got a call coming through on the other ones. So I'm gonna try coming back into my phone. So,
okay.
all right. If
Yeah.
not, I'll catch up with you because I wanted to chat with you a little bit.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks, Ernest. Talk to you in a bit.
You bet. So that's what I've been doing with some of these. I call them up and I give them their mailing address, and they see that mailing address is correct. They know that it's correct and that I didn't scrape their emails, that they actually filled out a form. So then they go to thinking like, oh, okay, well, maybe I did fill out a form somewhere. And this is how I qualify and verify some of those leads that I get. These are some of the leads that I've been getting from Scott Banks. They're actually scraped from verified sources, opportunity seekers, home-based business opportunity seekers, they actually are looking for this information. So um, it's, it's a way to reach out. But one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys and just kind of have y'all share with me Uh, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what y'all been doing, lately. Hello, Angela.
Hi. How are you?
Glad to see you can make it. We got RJ on here. Steve will be back in a little bit. Just wanted to kind of see what everybody was up to and what they were doing. We haven't talked in a while. I said, this is Friday noon, Friday afternoon on the East Coast, Friday morning in the Mountain and Pacific. It's noon here in the Central Time Zone. Um, I don't know if any of my other uh, people in the other time zones will be coming on because they're probably asleep right now over in the Philippines. And let's see, Italy and Paris, it's probably getting late in the day for them, so I don't know if they're going to be able to attend or not. UK, it's about 5 or 6 in the afternoon there. But just wanted to kind of see what everybody was working on, what they've been doing lately, and thought I would share some of the things that I've been working on. I've been taking advantage of, excuse me, IBO Toolbox. If you haven't been using IBO Toolbox uh, lately, it's free. You can sign up for free. Um, Rex Harris is real big on training how to use IBO Toolbox. And let me share my screen here. Get over here and open up. Can everybody see my screen? Can you see my screen, Angela? I don't know if RJ can see it or not. I'm going to turn my camera off, shut down some of the bandwidth. Uh, I've got everybody um, unmuted, so if you want to talk, you can. Um, Angela, can you see my screen?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, what I'm going to do is just kind of share a few ideas with you guys. Go over into my IBO toolbox here, log in. If you guys are using this, um, you can post. If you have a large following, and I do, I don't have as large a following over here as I do over on Facebook, but even if you don't have some of the people following it, it shows up in their feeds and they can comment on your post. Um, this little tool right here, I want to shrink my control panel real quick. This PR tool, you can, come in here and compose a press release, create a press release, or edit one of your previous press releases. Put you a title up there and a link to your website if you want to put a website in there. And then, of course, any keywords separated by commas. You can put in long tail keywords like work from home, comma, work at home, comma, etc., whatever you put in there. This is a great little formatting tool. It's WYSIWYG. You can use features on here to bold, italicize. Doesn't have an underline function, but if you type something in here, you can highlight and do a Control U, and it will put in the underline function. If you use the B for bold, I for italicize, you'll see that it bolds and italicizes it. Control A will highlight everything, pretty much like I used to do over on the other webinars with U.S. Home Workforce or Instant Rewards and their editors. Here you can insert a link. You can put a URL in there if you want somebody to go over there to a link. You can set the target to open up in a new tab. You can insert video from YouTube. You can put the source link of the YouTube video, or you can paste the code in there if you have it. If you have an alternative source like Vimeo, you can put that in there. You put your name. You can, constrain the proportions of the video. I've got some in here on some of these posts with videos in them. Okay. And if we come down here, let's see. Hello, Doc.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm hanging in there. So, what's going on?
I've got Angela on the call with us, and RJ, he's on the phone, and Steve will be back. And I was just kind of having a little hangout with some friends and, people that I haven't seen in a while, and just sharing some of the ideas that we use over here at IBO Toolbox. You have something to show us?
No, I'm just messing around.
Oh.
My webcam is broken.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. I can turn mine on. Can you see me?
Hello.
I'm sharing my screen. I turned the screen off, or my camera, I turned it off so I could share my screen because it takes up some bandwidth. But I was just sharing this little IBO tool here for press releases, showing people how to use it. And then if it's original content, you can click that. If it was copied from another site, put in the URL, and then click these two boxes. I assure that PR does not contain negativity towards any member, opportunity, or product. So you can't go on there calling somebody else's stuff a scam. Be positive in your press release. This is technically supposed to be a press release tool. Okay. A lot of people on IBO use this tool for articles, blog posts, functions, sales pitches. It's, they don't use it in the true press release fashion. But whatever you post here, it is going to get into the cloud. So it does give you some link juice, link love. It does get on Google. It is searchable. It'll be searchable by the title that you put in and by the tags that you put in. Once you get through, then you can save it. Here's some previous ones, and you get 100 points for each one of the press releases that you create. So if you're writing on a regular basis, if you do 1 or 2 press releases a day, even if it's not a true press release fashion, you're going to get 100 points per post.
Hey, Ernest.
Yeah.
Does this have, I'm obviously missed the first 20 minutes of this. Does this toolbox have press release templates?
No, they don't have templates. And here, if you have some templates from a third party, you can plug them in here. It doesn't have a place in the editor. Okay, it does. You can get to the source code. So if you have source code, or if you just do a straight cut and paste from one site, you can plug that in here.
No, I would edit it. If I have one, I'll edit it
Yeah,
before I put it in.
yeah.
Thanks for the information.
And what I'm
Sorry
going
to
to do,
interrupt.
not a problem. This is what we're here for. We're just sitting here chatting. If you don't want to save the work, just go off page and come back, click the link, for PR tool. It'll reload the page, or you can hit it over here on your reload icon, and it won't save the work. Uh, you want to see what you've published? Um, let's see. Those are other resources. I usually publish all my press releases. And then, of course, it shows a whole list of them right here. Trying to see where I would find the link to it. So if I go here, I can edit, take this one and bring it up to edit. It'll bring it up in the window, and I can make my edits, and then I can update it. Check these two boxes and update it. Okay. Let's look at another one. There's one there. I could edit that if I wanted to, and then save the edits. Now here I've got a video plugged in. Okay. And what I did is when I plugged in the video, I used this tool here, and I can plug in the source, from YouTube. I can just take the link from YouTube and put in the dimensions, and it'll automatically constrain it. Or you can use the embed tool from YouTube. If you want this to play automatic, there's a script that you put on the end of your URL right here. Between the end of that URL, there's an autoplay script that you can embed. So as soon as they load that press release, it will start auto-playing that video. I find a lot of those to be a bit annoying, so I don't put them on autoplay. I just let people play them by manually clicking on the video. If they want to play it, they will. If they don't, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is go back to the dashboard. You see I've saved up 1,151 credits. I'm not using them for anything right now. I could use them for impressions and ads and banners and a variety of other things. But let me show you guys where you can really find some powerful stuff. And I got this from Rex Harris. Come down here to search. You want to find some people that are working in another business opportunity by name, or you want to search for them by name, phone number, Skype username, or just search in country or state, click them, and then name the city. But let's look for some people in a particular business opportunity. So let's say instant rewards. Let's see if anybody is doing anything over at instant rewards. Search IBO toolbox. And if they have instant rewards listed in their profile as their primary business, you're going to see them come up here. Okay. And there's several names here. People I don't know. They're not in my network. Look, 8 pages. Uh, you can click on that person's name. You can see when they joined IBO, 4/25/2012. Their last login was 2 days ago. So you can click on their name, and if you want to hook up with them, send them a request, and they'll get it in their email. And they've only got one press release, so they're not real active. Myra's not real active. They got a phone number here. You can pick up the phone and say, "Hi, Myra, this is Ernest. I'm in Instant Rewards too," or whatever, and say, "Hey, how you been doing? You been making any money with it? And maybe you can trade some ideas with them. Um, if you want to talk to them about something else that you're doing, um, be careful about doing that because some people don't like to be cross-recruited and cross-promoted. Um, they they don't like to be spammed. Okay, you don't like to be spammed and cross-recruited, so kind of take that into consideration. A lot of people want to be like you. They don't want to be cross-recruited, but if you can share some information with each other, that you're doing well with a particular opportunity, if you're in the same business opportunity, you can use that and build a tribe. And this all goes back to the post that I made last week about building your tribe. This tool that I'm using right here, okay, with GoToMeeting, I sent everybody else, the link, and I tagged you in my Facebook post. So if you check your Facebook notifications a lot, you'll see the tags come up in your notification drop down. Okay. Um, and what you can do is, as soon as you start to place a post up here, you can come down here and tag people. You can start with the first initial and then just start working your way down. Um, put in E, and I want to look for, there's Dr. Riggs, and I want to tag her. Automatically, there she is. I can just start sending tags. If I want to put somebody in there by Dean, David, let's see, look for a Frank. There's Fred. So I could basically tag unlimited number of people. I don't know if they limit you. I think I tagged 73 people earlier today. I don't think all of them are going to show up. Now I'm not going to post that. I'm just going to leave the page so it'll just kind of erase that. Now that's how I got everybody on this call, and this is one of the ways where you can build your tribe. Is just say, hey, let's get together and chat, see what we're doing, share some ideas. And GoToMeeting is $49 a month for 25 seats, $59 a month for 100 seats. So if you've got large meetings and you want to go up a little bit, they offer, I think, a $30 to $45 free day, 30 to 45 day free trial. So if you've never had GoToMeeting, you can go over there and sign up for a free trial of 30 to 45 days. At the end of this webinar, when you go to log and sign out, you'll probably be presented with that little opportunity to go and try it for yourself if you want to use it to build your group of followers. And just, stay in touch with them. It's nice to sit on the phone and pick up the phone and call everybody every now and then and talk to them if you got time. It's kind of nice when you can, just send them a notification or an email and hook up with 50, 75, or 100 people at a time. All right. So here I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 users online right now. And I've had as many as 25, 50, or 100 people on the call. I haven't had any real big calls like Vic Stryzois. He's had a couple of 100,000 on some of his calls and crashed the servers. But, I'm not that big. But getting back here, we look at, let's take a look real quick. And there's Myra James. She's on Facebook. She's got 3 different Facebook accounts. Okay. So if I wanted to load that, I could go over and, like her page and send her a message and say, hi, Myra, I just found you over on IBO Toolbox. Okay. And this is one of her business pages. Okay. Move the tab over. We'll close that. Let's look at another one of her pages. Okay. This is another one of her pages. You can like that. And go back over here to her third page. And this looks like her personal page. Okay, so this is her personal timeline. All right. Well, no, it's
another business.
Yeah, it's another business page, another fan page, business page. Okay, so she doesn't have her timeline up there, but that's cool. And there's her Twitter. So, you can hook up with them that way. You can view their profile. You want to invite them to join your network, send them a request. That's a generic photo. I've recognized this photo all over the internet. So Kerry Campbell over in Atlanta, Georgia, not too far from Doc where you're at. They're in the 404 area code. I could pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, Kerry, I see you're in IBO Toolbox and you're doing instant rewards. How you been doing with the business here lately? You get a variety of responses, from this is Devin Janot. I think I've seen him in the group post before. So you get a variety of responses from people that, they've been active or they're doing well or they haven't been doing it lately because they find it hard to get people to complete offers, etc. You get to learn a lot from people. You can even chat with them, all right? There's a little chat module down here. 2 people that are online in my connections here, I could send them a chat message. Most of the time they're away from the computer and they don't always see the chat message. So we go over to my cash freebies and see who's on IBO Toolbox. And there's several people, 1 page. Instant rewards seems to be a very big contingency here on IBO Toolbox. U.S. Home Workforce. There's 2. There's Parita. I know Parita personally. Dear friend of mine. She's over in Arizona. There's her phone number. And I might change that to U.S. Home Workforce. And come up with a few more. There's me. There's David. There's Monica. I've already hooked up, sent her a request. She's pending. And I think I've already sent all of these. There's only 1 page of U.S. Home Workforce people here. So.
What about if you made workforce 1 word?
Yeah, U.S. Home Workforce. And you can't just enter. You have to click this. You could use the IBO search. It works. Okay, there's LaShonda Depp. She knows me from the groups. um, Florence Newbill. They've last logged in 4/26/2012. So they logged in, created their account back in May of 2012, and they haven't been on since. So, you could send them a request. They might, show a little interest in getting back to active status in IBO Toolbox and start using it, because this is a great tool, like I said, for connecting with people. Let's say you wanted to connect with somebody in Motor Club of America. Motor Club of America, okay. And there's a bunch of leads. Let's go to last page. I think there's like 24. Oh, there's 134 pages of MCA members. And go back to the first page. And there's probably about 2 or 3 dozen on each page render. You want to search them down by search date. Let's just look for the people that have signed up in the past 2 weeks, past 13 days. Okay. And there looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's go back a month, drop back a month, and looks like we've got about 2 dozen there. Okay. So I've already hooked up with Bruce. If you're already hooked with them and connected with them, and for some reason you want to unassociate with them, it's like unfriending someone on Facebook. You just remove the associate. They're called associates over here. So there's a lot of ways that you can connect with them. If you want to send them a message, you can send them a message right here.
Hello?
Okay. So anyway, if you wanted to send them a message there, you could. If you have an IBO account and you haven't been using it, I strongly encourage you to log in and start using it. Okay. You can post stuff over here like you do on Facebook and share it with people. You can get your links, your referral links over here. And if you just want to post a regular text link, you can grab it, copy it, come over here like I did over on Facebook and just plug it in and select one of your pictures. You can scroll through 3 different pictures that it'll spawn for you. I'll leave that. If you want to use the splash page, we're going to say copy and go to. So it looks at this. Okay, so they do have some nice tools, and you can click on the join now and it'll sign up, they'll sign up under you. This is where they can go in there and create their new account for free. And they can sign up under you. If they've never used IBO Toolbox before, it's a great way, like I said, to find leads. This particular splash page is now, it's not all clickable, but this is. No gimmicks, no levels, no bait and switch. It's just real people where you can connect and share ideas. And the fourth one, if you wanted to choose that, is, right here. Okay. That being said, when you find somebody, okay, like we did over on search, and we want to do somebody from instant rewards, and we want to just find somebody that signed up in the past month, okay. All right, there's a few people that have signed up. Here's their join date. Let me try this again. Their search function is not always working like it's supposed to. Okay, so it did call that out. Join date range. Let's go back. Let's say July. Okay, there's a couple. Here, they signed up September 25th, 2015, August 17th. So, here's last login was 10/1. I've already sent them a message, to connect with me. You cannot send them messages until they actually accept your connection request. So here, I send them a message, and when they actually connect with me, then I can come back, okay, and send them a message through the network. So let's say Myra, she hasn't accepted my friend request yet. So I'd go up here to my associates, and here I've got a request for somebody to add me to their associates. So I accept it or deny it. I'm going to accept it. And then I can come down and click on his name and send him a message and say, hey, Jeff, great to hook up with you and meet you on IBO. So we say, hi, Jeff, don't spam them. Great to connect with you on IBO. Thanks for adding me to your network of connections. You can say, thanks for adding me to your tribe or whatever. Send a message. That's it. You can give people credits. You can transfer some of your credits to somebody that you know. If you have a lot of credits, you can do that. There's just a ton of things that you can use this for and add to your associates. Now, as far as my downline, that goes in your leads. I have two so far, Jeba and Aaron Shropshire. And how you do that is, you can post something like I did over here on Facebook. You can post, the IBO Toolbox Independent Business Owner Social Network. what was my last one there? And if somebody's on my network, they see that, they can click over there and it'll take them over to my invite page. And they can join. So anybody that shows up there, and you can post these into groups, you know, so if you're, click on this and open this up, Jerry Graham, what did Jerry have to offer? Oh, one of my posts. Okay, Angela, we'll catch you later. This is just kind of a hangout. Wanted to share some ideas with you. Talk to you later. We'll get this posted. I can record this and post it up on YouTube, so if y'all want to watch it later, you can. But let's say I wanted to go over here and look at some of the groups that I belong to. And go back into IBO and look at my referral links. Check this one and see what this looks like. Copy this. Go back over here and paste it in here to see what it looks like. All right, Wendy. Doc, talk to you later. I'm going to reload this page, see if it'll spawn an image up in here. Well, doesn't spawn an image. Okay. But they can click on it and they can go over there and sign up. And that's another good way that you can get a lot of followers and leads. It's just going over into some of the groups and posting them in the groups, like here. Okay. Just invite them to IBO Toolbox. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. Okay. Work from home. Open this one. You'd be surprised at how many leads you can pick up from some of these groups. What I'll do a lot of times is I'll take something like 1, 2, 3, 4, right click, open, right click, open, right click, open, right click, open, right click, open. I'll open up about 10 tabs at a time. And then I'll just go in there and post a link. I might even post a synopsis with the link. and you want to see how many groups you posted in, click on your home tab after you've posted a few links, and it'll show you how many groups that you've posted in. You can get a count. I think I'm going to have to do a couple of 3 more to start getting a count on it. Okay, so we'll post that. If you change the synopsis, it'll change the counter. Let's try this again. Okay, now it's showing that I've posted in 2 groups. I've actually posted in about 3 or 4, but I didn't start the counter on it until just a couple of back. So that way you can kind of keep track of how many groups you posted in. And my rule of thumb, so I don't get slapped by Facebook, I might post in 20 or 30 groups. I've been getting away with posting in 40 and 50 at a time. Then I'll take a break of an hour or 2, and then I'll come back and I'll post in some more groups. I belong to over 3,000 groups. How that happened, I don't know, but you know, you don't want to post in too many, and you surely don't want to use one of those auto posters that will post into 600 groups in a day, because that'll surely get you slapped. It has me. It's got me slapped before, and I've even lost one of my accounts over it. So do it slow and steady, 20 or 30 at a time. You can feel relatively safe, not to get slapped if you don't, hit people with a bunch of spammy junk. They won't report you, they'll just ignore you. But if you give them something in the groups of value, like, IBO Toolbox, I'm posted in 5 groups there, you might tell them, what they could get, okay, over at IBO Toolbox. Let's go over here and do a real quick paste and go and look. Okay, 300,000 plus targeted visitors per day. Need free leads. You say something like, need leads for your business. Try IBO Toolbox for, don't say try because that implies a free trial. You don't want to do that. IBO Toolbox is free and you can get, let's do this, get targeted leads at IBO. Let's say get free targeted leads at IBO Toolbox. Okay. Put the link in there. Copy that so we can post it on our next post. And then now we got a synopsis. Need leads for your business? Get free targeted leads at IBO Toolbox. And they click there, and you're off and running and pick up a lead or 2 here and there. They don't have to be real big population groups. They can have lots of members or just a few hundred. I belong to some groups. They have over 100,000 members. Some of them just a few thousand, some a few hundred. I found that the big groups of, 80 and 100,000 are not necessarily the ones that, respond as well as some of the smaller groups. Some of the smaller groups, you're not going to see as much activity in them, and your post is not going to get pushed down in the feed as fast. People want to see your post. You get into the big groups where people are posting a lot on a regular basis, your ad is going to get pushed down rather fast. I mean, you can just come back and see a big group, and this is not really considered a big group, 32,000. But let's say we reload that page, okay, and that's a pinned post, so that's always at the top, and I'm still just under the pinned post. But if I find a group that I'm in that's very active, I could refresh the page and I might find my post way down in the feed. Okay, so that's something to use IBO for, to build up people that you can contact. Because once you have a large following, okay, and you want to add value, not just spam them and just send them your link, says, join up with me, come over here and buy my stuff. It doesn't work. Provide something of value, give people value, okay? This is something that they can use. This is, once they get in here and they start learning how to use this PR tool, you're going to get some link juice. Google, you're going to find your posts getting plugged into the cloud over on the search engines. I've got Google Alerts, all right, running on my name and on IBO Toolbox, and it takes anywhere from maybe a day or two to see my posts get into the search results. So if I go back here, let's see who sent me a friend request real quick. Okay, go ahead and confirm that. And I want to go down here and look at one of the posts that I did today. Here's one I just did earlier, okay? And this is where it shows up. These do show up in search results if you use proper keywords along with your content. And then, of course, they can click this and go to the website. And, after they view your article, they can comment on it. They have to join IBO Toolbox or log in if they don't have an account. To comment. You can share comments over on Facebook after you put in a comment. Once you hit your first character in there, it'll show the capability to post, right? It's a great way, and you can take like this. You can hot link a link. You can highlight it like I showed you earlier and drive them back over to your website. If you're selling software, if you've built a blog page over at US Home Workforce, you can send them back to your page here. You can take this link for this press release and, post it on your Facebook page. You can post it on the groups pages, okay? Give people something to read. People are looking for information and solutions to problems, okay? It's like this press release here, uh, how to find legitimate work from home jobs. A lot of people don't even know where to start, you know. There are some legitimate work at home jobs. Not everything is a scam. You can plug in videos into your posts. You can do something like what I'm doing here, and then just, you know, kind of give a running commentary. Uh, so there's all kinds of ways that you can add value to people and give information. Uh, Here's another one: why businesses don't do their own social media marketing. One I showed you earlier. Um, and this, you know, basically takes them back over to visit website, takes them back over to a blog post that I did over at US Home Workforce, which is basically more or less a post with a plug in there with redirects over to a ClickBank product. Okay, so if they click on this, it's going to take them over to a ClickBank uh, affiliate product where they can sign up on a squeeze page and go attend a webinar. They can watch the webinar. It's about 30 minutes long, and get some ideas how to find legitimate work at home projects. One of the others that I posted was, you know, get paid to test apps. That's one of the blog posts that I did about downloading and testing mobile applications and then getting paid by the developers. Uh, I hooked it into a press release over here on does working at home really pay all that well? So I just did a little circular marketing because this is getting picked up in the search engines. You got to think multidimensionally when you start writing these articles. Where do you want to send them? If they click this link, you know, where do you want them to go? Once they get there, what do you want them to do? It's like a call to action. You can put a call to action down here. This is a different link, sending them over to my main page. So there's lots of ways to pick up people. And when they sign in, if they log in or if they comment on one of your blog posts and you've got the comment section open, they can get put into one of your lead groups. You got to be able to set up the right lead group you want them to go into. So there's lots of ways that you can add value with this and get people to sign up. Any questions? Anybody want to contribute some comments? David, glad to see you on the line, man. Glad to see you can make it. McCoy, Michael, RJ, hey guys.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just
Yeah,
thought
I'm
I'd
just
throw it. Go ahead.
oh no, no, go right ahead. I'm actually just eating lunch right now.
Well, I was just, you know, I got on here earlier and I sent notification links out to about 75 people. Just thought, you know, we'd get a little hangout going today on GoToWebinar and just share some ideas, see what everybody was working on. David, he's always busy working on something on U.S. Home Workforce and Clash of Clans. So, you know, if we got him to share with us, he'd have to stop eating. Uh, he couldn't eat his lunch, but he's
No,
always,
I'm happy to share a little bit if you guys want me to join in here.
yeah.
It's up to you guys.
We've been on here for an hour and we've already had some people take off because it's,
Oh, I thought you said 1 o'clock, and I was thinking Central Time because you're Central Time.
well, it was noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. But that's okay. We were just sharing ideas. It was just, you know, no recruiting, no promotion or anything like that. It was just showing the different tools and sharing what we're working on. McCoy, he's got several things that he's been working on. I see his post in the Facebook groups. Uh, Michael, I don't know what Michael's doing. I guess Michael could tell me. RJ, he's always staying busy. He's working. He's listening in on the phone right now, so uh, he's got to stay kind of undercover. Michael, what's up?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Doing all right.
I've been staying busy on getting myself minimalized.
Yeah, you're removing the clutter from the house.
You got it. I've been working day in, day out, getting rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Still got a ways to go.
Well, there's some advantages to living the minimalist lifestyle.
I would, uh,
You can bug out and not have to take anything with you but your bug out bag.
exactly.
Um, most definitely. I try to keep a lot of my clutter down, except for my desk. My desk is like Donald Trump's desk. It's got stuff all over it, but I know what all is there. I know where it's at. uh, you would think uh, people like Donald Trump, with so many deals going on, would be a little bit more organized. But you might have 20 or 200 deals laying on the table. Right now, I've got over 3,000 contacts that I'm calling and I'm qualifying and verifying. So I'm just trying to kind of call and clean people out.
All right, well, let me ask you guys a question real quick.
Sure.
Between a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate your online business right now? And don't answer me because it doesn't matter. To just kind of think about it to yourself. What answer rings in your head? 10 being phenomenal, making 6 figures. 1, you're still struggling, trying to get off the ground, and you haven't made any money yet. Or you're making some money every few days. And then, so there's everywhere in between. So if you ask yourself the question between 1 and 10, where do you rate your online business right now? And are you achieving the goals that you set out when you became an online marketer of sorts? I assume everybody here is an online marketer of sorts. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
And some of them are offline. Some of
So
us have offline businesses, but that's cool.
business is business, man.
That's
If
right.
you're doing it online, offline, I think the goal for everybody that is either doing a local business or an online business, I think the appeal to it is independence and being
Right.
your own boss and setting your own schedule and all those types of things. If you want a day off, you take a day off. If you want to put the extra hours in, you put the extra hours in. Nobody's telling you have to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I that's one of the reasons that I'm in it is I like the independence. I like being my own boss, setting my own hours. If I want to sleep in the morning, I sleep in. I have no problem with self-discipline when it comes to work. And so I'm willing to put in the long hours and work. So if I want to sleep in the morning, I figure I earn it and I don't feel guilty about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, so I asked that question because just a rough figure here. Who here is rating their experience so far or at the moment mediocre to low, without giving me a number? Would you say it's mediocre to low, or is it pretty good right now? Where would you guys hold yourself at right now?
You want me to start this off? I would say mine's about a plus 250 right now.
All right, that's awesome.
I'm very happy. I'm way over 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say at least a 25.
That's awesome, buddy.
25 to 250. If you was to say 1 to 5 as being mediocre to halfway there, um, I would say, for those people, shoot for 50 and you might get halfway there. Shoot
No,
for
I
100.
have a reason
Yeah,
I have a reason I'm asking. I'm not trying to be nosy.
right.
Everybody's business is their own business. Uh, we've all taken different journeys, and
Hmm.
we're all right here today. I'm not talking about in this webinar room. I'm talking about right here in this moment today. When we get off here, we're still here today. So wherever you're at in your journey, whether it's just starting off or you're struggling or you're successful, you made it this far. And this is only the first day of tomorrow and the rest of your life, wherever your success is. And so I've taken my journey. I've had a marketing journey. I've had one for about 4 years now. And I've seen a lot of different things, and I've learned a lot of different things. And I'm going to jump right into something, okay?
Go ahead.
There's two different ways to, there's a lot of ways to make money online. There's a lot of ways, but I'm trying to generalize it a little bit. And in my mind, I didn't get this from reading a textbook. This is just from my life experience in 4 years of marketing. This is the way I kind of view it. There's short-term money and there's long-term money. And short-term money is really something that, it pays quickly, it pays daily, or pays weekly, or however you would want to classify short-term money. But basically, in my mind, short-term money is something that is where you're posting ads or you're social networking and you're communicating with other people and you're trying to get them to do something for you. And when they do something for you, it makes you money quickly, okay? But doesn't necessarily pay you long-term money. It'll make you money that you can, pay the power bill this month, buy groceries this month, or pay the car bill this month, or, that sort of thing. Where I'm at today in my journey, what I'm really looking for in everything I'm doing is long-term money.
Long-term residual.
Long-term money is something that I don't mind working hard today if it means I don't have to work hard tomorrow. Who would agree with that philosophy?
Oh, amen.
Everyone.
I'm willing to work hard today if it means I don't have to work as hard tomorrow. I'll put 18-hour days in today if it means that I don't need to work 18-hour days 5 years from now. you know what I mean? And so what I'm focusing on is building up that long-term business that I know is going to take care of me financially, not just in the short term over the next couple of months, but something that's going to help me in the long run, month after month, year after year, that, as long as there's internet and the economy doesn't collapse, I can pretty much count on what I build to sustain me for years to come and even into my retirement. And, posting ads and that sort of thing, the short-term money, that's really, I think it's a valuable experience. I think everybody should get their feet wet doing something. It's one of those conversations I had with a district director when I was in call portering, basically sold Bibles and family books and things like that. And this guy was just a phenomenal human being. And he told me he firmly believed doing some kind of direct sales, even if it's not Christian books. I mean, if you're selling vacuums, it really doesn't matter. It gives you some kind of life lesson, some kind of life experience that will help you in your character and your relationships for the rest of your life. And so I think that everybody, if you have done short-term money marketing concepts, different business opportunities, things like that, that's a lot like that call forwarding. It gave you some valuable experience, got your feet wet, got you on the phone talking to different people or social networking and talking to different people on Facebook and whatnot. That was a valuable experience. But I want to share with you just real quickly how this next year we're basically coming towards the end of the year. I'm kind of a big picture thinker. I know we're in November. We still got 6 weeks left in the year, but I'm already thinking 2016. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already thinking 2016 and my projects that I'm going to be doing next year and that sort of thing. And I have goals. Everything I do in business or in my personal life, I usually set goals, and then I work really, really hard to achieve those goals. And I think it's very important in your business that you have short-term goals and you also have some long-term goals. And in the long term, what are some of my long-term goals? Well, in the long term, I would like to have a very large buyers list by this time next year. Who here would like a really, really large, not just a list, but a buyers list? You guys know what I'm talking about there, right?
Yeah, that's the confirmed buyers. You're not talking about prospects. You're talking about customers.
Yeah, people that are willing to take action. They're the smaller number in your overall big list.
Mm-hmm.
But so what are some things that we could all be doing to achieve that goal by this time next year? Because if you can achieve that goal over this next year and keep that as your main focus, that's your main goal, whatever you're doing, whether you're doing short-term business ideas, if you're gradually working towards long-term business, whatever you're doing, you're promoting this thing or that thing or selling this product or that product, whatever it is, you have an overall big picture goal in mind that you're trying to achieve over the course of this next year. And if you achieve this goal, then obviously you want to continue and achieve it again the next year, make it even bigger, and the next year make it even bigger. So it's not something that just ends at the end of 2016. But
Mm-hmm.
but by doing this, by creating that goal and then chasing after that goal, then at least you know where you're heading. I mean, going from California to New York, at least you know where you're going. And basically, you've all heard the idea that the money's in the list, right? I mean, that's like everybody in marketing has heard that. You guys heard that saying before,
It's somewhere
right?
in there.
It's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Basically, the cornerstone of marketing. But I was writing an article. I still haven't finished it quite yet, but I was writing an article about this very thing. Is that I genuinely think that in general, I mean, there's a lot of people, I'd say a large percentage of marketers really don't know what that means, that the money's in the list. I mean, we know technically, okay, we're talking about an email list or
Mm-hmm.
a list. We're talking about a list of people that we can contact. Okay, so in a generic sense, yes, we all know what a list is. Okay, but when we say that the money's in the list, I strongly believe that I'd say 95% of people that can quote that saying really don't know what that means. You know, you can go to a website, you can do some Google searching today, and you could pick up a list of emails in a specific niche. You pay for them. You know, for a few $100s, you can get thousands and thousands of emails. So now you have a list. Does that mean that? Does that mean you suddenly made it because you got a list?
No.
No, that doesn't work. Who Who has actually done that? Who's bought a list?
I've tried.
Okay. I'll fess up. I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
It
Does
doesn't
not
work.
work. Does not work.
There's really only one way to achieve what those people are talking about when they say the money's in the list. You can't buy it.
Tell them why it doesn't work.
You have to earn it.
That's right. Because
You have to earn your
anything that
list.
you buy is old and it's been sold to everybody else, every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the internet.
Well, there's a little bit more to it, but yeah, it's been used and really not the reason it doesn't work entirely. The reason it doesn't work is the people on that list don't know who you are.
Right.
And anything that you send out to those people, they're just going to instantly consider that spam. They didn't ask you to send them that information or that product information or whatever it is you're trying to send it to them. You know, so that's basically spam. Even if you can do it legally, in some sense, if they don't know who you are, in a sense, whether it's legal or not, it is spam. If you get something to your email box, you don't know who the heck that guy is, and all they're trying to do is sell you stuff, what do you do with their email when they send that to you?
That big red X up at the top of the email client. Delete,
Yeah,
delete,
I got this wonderful button in my email box called Auto Purge. and anytime that person tries to contact me again, I never ever see their emails ever again.
I block them or I unsubscribe. Yeah.
Okay, so buying a list isn't the ticket to achieving that, that golden rule of marketing, that the money's in the list. Yet you have to earn it. Okay. And there's a rookie mistake that a lot of people do when they're trying to achieve that long-term money. And that is that they basically try to sell stuff right away.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rookie mistake. That's really a rookie mistake.
Mm-hmm.
If you who here is a buddy that has a buddy that's like a car salesman? All right, just
talking about car salesman.
Picture this in your mind that you have a buddy that's a car salesman, and every single time you see him, he tries selling you another used car. Every single time, it never lets up.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Or
you
the
gonna
guy
have
that's
more
in the
more
latest
next-
MLM, he tries to sign you up.
You guys know people like what Ernest just described. I've had people like that, and I've unfriended people like that.
Yeah, they got people like that that go to church with you, man. And I quit going to church at one congregation over stuff like that.
All right.
That's bad.
So here's how you achieve it. All right, you guys. It's not a big secret. Anybody that you know that has a really big buyers list out there that are big ticket marketers that have established themselves as authorities that are making 10 or 6 figures a month, every one of those people had to go through the motions. They had to put in the groundwork. Their first couple of years was not all roses and wind behind their sails and sunshine and butterflies. They had to go through a lot of work and sacrifice and wondering how to pay the electric bill next month. Every single one of them. Tell me I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm. Every one of them had to work for it.
Do professional article marketers that have been in article marketing for 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 15 years, they'll all tell you the first couple. But today they got massive buyer lists. Their money problems are all over. They will never have to worry about money for the rest of their lives because they put in those groundwork years and they built up their reputations and they built up their buyers lists, and every single person in their list knows who they are. Okay, so what is the commodity that is going to help you make money? It's basically 2 simple things, and you can't buy it. There's no push you have to build up trust and respect within your niche's community. Trust and respect. In order for people to do business with you, to buy things that you recommend to them, to sign up for things that you recommend, they need to trust you and respect you. If they don't trust you and respect you, they're not going to click on your links. They're not going to watch your videos. They're not going to read your articles, and they're not going to open they're just not going to open your emails or anything. Okay? So okay, now we know that we got to build up trust and respect. Is that something that we can do inside a niche's community in 1 week or in 1 month or even in 2 months? Is that something that we can achieve that quickly? Is there a software that I can go out and pay $49.95, push a button, do absolutely nothing, and wake up next week and have trust and respect inside a community and have them view me as an authority?
No.
Okay, that is why get-rich-quick stuff does not work. Okay, that's the bottom line. Get-rich-quick doesn't work. It can't work. It will never work. It doesn't matter what the gimmick is. And the reason is because none of it will ever get you trust and respect. And trust and respect is your ticket to making the big money online.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, save your money. I mean, you're going to see a lot of different things out there. I've seen a lot of different things out there. I'm sure every one of us has seen a lot of stuff out there that, and it all sounds so darn ridiculously good that if I only come up with the $199, it's going to solve all my problems, and I'll be okay financially from here on out if I just pull out my credit card, right? Well, the reality of it is that none of it is going to get you trust and respect within your niche's community. None of it is. You have to earn it, and it takes hard work, and it takes time, and you know, and it can take some sacrifice, and you can go through spells of discouragement because there's a little bit of a spell between here and there. You have to have tenacity. You have to have backbone. You have to have grit. Never quit, never die. I am not going to give up until I achieve my goal kind of an attitude. And so here it is, guys. You want to know how to build up that buyer's list? By this time next year, start building it up. Establish yourself as an authority, whichever niches that you guys choose. That's the nice thing about professional online marketing is there's a big enough pool for all of us. There's a big enough ocean for all of us. We're not competing against each other. The niches that I'm going to be working in, most likely you won't be working in most all likelihood. I have a few different things that I like that I get a lot of enjoyment out of, and those are the things that I'm going to be focusing on building up an audience in, establishing myself as an authority in, building up that respect in that niches. And there's a bunch of different niches out there. So the things I'm interested in doesn't have to be the things that you're interested in.
Can I interject something here? One of the things that, and RJ brings this up in the comment chat, how does one get back in the game? How do they get back into catch-up mode or get back into the head start? And this was one of the things that I was covering for about an hour before you showed up, David, was using certain tools like IBO Toolbox to connect with people to get them into your tribe. One of the articles I did last week, and I posted it up on the U.S. Home Workforce blog, was how to build your tribe. And this was basically a spinoff of what you're talking about right now, is providing value and knowledge to people because they don't want to be sold anything. Guys, think of, and ladies, if you're listening to this, think of going out to a nightclub and some guy comes up to hit on you. He says, "Hey, you want to go out with me, baby?" She doesn't know you. Okay. And I've been approached the same way, but I mean, absolutely drop dead gorgeous women. "Hey, honey, would you like a date tonight?" No, she's coming across to me like, you just don't do that. Okay. "I don't know you, honey. I'm sorry."
Yeah, you got to make people feel comfortable working with you.
Right.
I mean,
Now, once you get to know a person and you like to be around them and that person is fun, they're knowledgeable, and they can share a lot of information with them, they can help you get rich. Then, yeah, okay, I want to spend some time with you. I might even want to, get close to you and, get to know you for long term the rest of my life. Do I want to marry you? No. But think of, how a guy approaches people in a bar. You don't wait till the last minute to pick up the last girl going out. That's insulting. Okay. And you don't do it when you first walk in. You get to know people. You become likable. Uh, you share information with people. And this is what I was doing earlier with the IBO toolbox. Where did I get this information? Yeah, I've been in IBO for 2 or 3 years. But how to use it effectively, I got it from Rex Harris. So I'm just kind of passing on to him. The same thing that David's talking about, he wrote an article about it. I wrote an article that's based on the content with a different title. I basically said how to build your tribe. You can build your tribe like I showed you earlier on Facebook by doing what I did today, by giving people a link to a little hangout like we're doing here. If you use Google Hangouts or if you use GoToMeeting, post it up on YouTube later for content. People can come back and watch it later. Uh, the only reason a lot of times where sometimes I don't do an upload to YouTube is because I want them to be on the live call, because they say, well, I'll just watch the replay later. Well, you're not going to be able to ask your questions and get content and answers. And
hey,
here,
Ernest, can you share my screen?
yeah, and here, see, what we can do is we can get comment, back and forth with the presenter. All right. Now I'm going to make David the presenter. Okay, he's going to share his screen. All you got to do is click the share screen. There you go. Um, and use and I talk to people all day long, and you never know what kind of business they're in, but they need a system and a process. Okay, yeah, we've got the system here with U.S. Home Workforce. The process is a little bit different. It has nothing to do with the software. And this is what I teach. The process on top of the system. The process is building your tribe, getting your people to trust you and to look to you as an authority. And it took me 2.5, 3 years to build up some authority in certain circles. It took me 30 years to build up uh, trust and authority and respect in other fields where I've been over the past, 30, 40 years. Direct sales, direct marketing, snail mail. Uh, so, it's not something that, you can do overnight. Um, you're not going to be able to just buy a piece of software and have this click move jump out of the cake and wave a magic wand over you and sprinkle pixie dust on you and make you a millionaire overnight. This takes time. And whether you become a millionaire overnight or not, you can still make a lot of good money on the side with 1, 2, 7, or 200 revenue streams. So take off with it, David. Show us what you got. I'm finished.
All right, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, so inside you 75 top blogs, and you'll see this inside like the ambassador club or one of the like the personal account or business account, because they have the blog. Because this really is designed to help you promote yourself and build that long-term business. Okay, so it's called 75 Top Blogs. I just built this. built this the other week. I think I showed Ernest this the other week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so inside here, I'm going to show you something really practical that you could do to help build up your reputation and authority and different things. I'd recommend everybody have, a social network account on all the major social networks: Facebook, Pinterest, Google+, and so forth, because there's more than one kind of list. You don't just have to focus on an email list, okay? If you're building up likes on your Facebook page, guess what? That's a list too.
Mm-hmm.
If you're building up subscribers on your Twitter account, that's a list too. And same for people that are following your boards on Pinterest. People that are, all of those are different kinds of lists, and so you really want to get as many people following you as possible, and not get caught up in just the email part. You want as many email subscribers as you can get, but you also want as many people following you on social networks as you can get. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's I'm sharing with you things that I'm going to be doing over 2016, that I'm going to be trying to build up my audience inside the different niches. I built this specifically for marketers, for that niche, and it's a really big niche. Okay, so inside here, you basically just click on which category that you want. Video marketing, conversion rate, social media marketing, search engine 75 different websites have their feeds here.
Yeah.
Just pick out
And even though that's a lot of reading, you don't have to do it all in one day. Take one a day.
Really any of it. Look at the headlines here. Okay, and you find yourself a good headline. All right. Okay, how Aston Martin uses product personalization luxury market. 7 steps to improving staff loyalty. Okay. The Master of Marketing 2015 winners, day 2. Da da da. So basically, I'm looking for different, different headlines in here. Okay. Okay. In interviews, website optimization. You can pick out lots of different things inside here, and 13 tips for writing content that ranks. Okay, that's 2014 infographic. So that's old one. That's not very. Let's try another site. See if they got something new. So that's our infographic process from start to finish.
That's yesterday.
3 tips for. Yeah, that was yesterday. 3 tips for startups to get started with content marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look that over real quick, right? Looks good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy the link address, and I want to go over here to my Facebook page, and I think everybody should have a Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you need to either be a brand or back a brand. And to be a brand, you can either use like a company name. That's what I do. I use U.S. Home Workforce. That's my company name. I'm more interested in getting my brand out there than my name, David M. Curtis. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a different, you could go the totally opposite approach and just use your personal name, and your name is your brand. And then you're trying to get your name out there and build up respect and trust with your name. So if you're using your own name, then you just create a Facebook page. And we're not talking about like your profile page. We're talking about, like a community page or a company page that you can build up, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of because you can only have 5,000 friends on a personal profile, right? So that's why you'd really want to have like a regular Facebook page. Okay, so watch. I'll just go ahead and paste that in here. And let's go back to this real quick and see if I can't. Copy that. Did I have to write anything here?
No.
I just had to pick out something real quick. That was all there is to it.
Yeah.
Here's something that to consider. This is really one of my points. Is when you're talking about building up your audience, building up trust and respect, you don't necessarily have to be the author of all the content that you post. Okay? You don't necessarily have to try to sell them something in every email that you send out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The overall goal, remember what's the big goal? You're trying to build up trust and respect inside your niche's community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do I have to post something about U.S. home workforce every single time?
No.
To build up my brand, to build up trust and respect? No, not at all. I just go ahead and publish that right there. And I just shared another great article right there, right? And they're going over to a completely different website. And that's like shock and horror for somebody who's a novice, like, oh, but I need them to go to my website.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the big picture. Think of the big picture here. You're sharing something that's valuable with them. And if you do it regularly enough, then what's going to happen here? You get people that are going to start liking and commenting and sharing your different posts. And does it have to be a post that links back to your particular website? It doesn't.
What was the name of that insurance company that used to say in the commercial, when so-and-so talks, people listen? Was that E.F. Hutton or Smith Barney?
Yeah,
No,
something like that.
Smith Barney was, we earn it. We earn it. Like Smith Barney, we earn our reputation, good or bad. All right. So if you're giving them value like David's showing you here, you're going to have people see your stuff pop up in groups or wherever. They say, "Oh, I know that guy, RJ. He's a radio man, and he's got a lot of good stuff over here. I'm going to go over here and see what he's talking about."
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's say you start off and you make a brand new page today. Okay, if you don't already have one, you make one today, and you got no likes on it. All right, that's okay. What here? Let me give you an example of something here. This would be something different. Okay, you've got how many people are in marketing groups on Facebook?
Oh, I have over 3,000.
You have over 3,000. I was in a whole bunch of them, and about a year ago, I took myself out of all of them. But now I'm back into several hundred of them. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking about focusing on only about 25 groups. I don't think I need hundreds or thousands anymore. I think I just want to focus on pick out 25 good groups.
Mm-hmm.
Have a lot of people.
Groups.
Large groups have a lot of interaction in them. That sort of thing. Okay, so where's it say groups? I want to go find my. There they are. Okay, work from home. Okay, network marketing. There's 45,000 people in there. Okay, so let's say I want to share this here, and you just come up here, pick on group. And this one was called network marketing, right? All right. Now, what are people accustomed to seeing when they go into these groups? They're used to seeing join this, buy this, and that sort of thing, right? Am I right? In these marketing groups, it's usually sign up for this great opportunity, buy this thing, buy that thing. Okay, so what if over the next year, just imagine this with me, that you focused on 25 groups. This one has 45,968 members in it. 2,715 of them are new. So in a year's time, there's probably going to be over 100,000 people in this particular group, right? That's a lot of people. What if on my page that I posted about 4 times a day, 4 different things that I found interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and not that hard to do, especially if you got this tool that I created. All right, you just come in here and find a cool little article and share it. Takes about a minute or so. I didn't even read the opening paragraph that I posted with it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and inside those 25 groups, what if you took the time to comment and like a few posts each day
Mm-hmm.
on Samantha's? Thanks for sharing, Samantha. That sounds great. I don't even know what she wrote, but that sounds great. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Samantha. I had to double check. All right.
Tag her with the right name, huh? What is it, Samantha Emma?
Yeah, let's see here. Samantha Emma. Okay. And we'll put a little smiley face in there. Okay. And she's going to appreciate that, right? Because she just got attention to her post, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's creating
All right.
goodwill.
exactly.
Okay, so what if I'm only in 25 different groups, focus on five a day,
Yeah.
5 days?
You got to realize this is all psychological, guys. You're playing on people's ego.
And I don't give a hoot what they're promoting. I don't plan on joining any of it, right?
Right.
And I'm not buying any of their stuff.
But they're going to go over there and look at yours.
But what are people going to do? Because they're not even, all right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to click on me to find out who the heck I am.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Right.
And what if I make sure that I'm following this thing? All right. Okay, I got the notifications on right there. And if she replies back to it, I can come back later and say, are you having any luck with this today? And just start up a little tiny mini conversation right there on the page. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so over the next year, if I do that with, 5 groups a day, 5 days a week, I'm posting 4 or 5 different posts a day inside my page. I share those inside the group. And, she starts up a mini conversation. Did you see the post I made? And just started talking back and forth. What's going to happen over the next year? As I'm sharing more and more posts inside these same groups, they're actually starting to recognize my name because I'm the guy that's been commenting on their posts and liking their posts, right?
Mm-hmm.
They click on mine, and all of a sudden I'm not trying to sell them crap all the time. I'm actually just sharing good articles with them. What's going to happen over the next year inside this group?
It's going to become more interactive.
And people are going to feel more trusting towards clicking on my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
That's right.
Because they recognize my name. They've clicked on my stuff before, and I'm not always trying to sell them crap. All right. All right. And I get a little mini conversation. I said, hey, did you like my page yet? And I sent them a link over to my page. I'd really appreciate it if you follow me on Facebook. Will she do it? I just liked and commented on her stuff. Will she like my page? Yes or no?
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Yep.
You bet.
Yes.
And then some other people are going to read that, and I'll get more likes off of that. Okay. So is it going to happen overnight? Am I going to have 1 million followers in a week or a month? Probably not. Probably not. But by doing, how much work am I talking about here? This part right here, my social networking, I probably 4 articles a day, commenting and liking on a few posts each day in 5 different groups. I think I can do that in about 20 minutes. What do you guys think? About 20 minutes worth of work. The important part of this is that I do it consistently, at least 5 days a week, so people consistently get to know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And they see my name, they get familiar. I'm not always trying to sell them junk. I'm actually just sharing links to great articles and things like that. And then when I do recommend something, whose links are they the most likely going to go ahead and click to buy this or join that?
Yours.
Complete strangers or somebody that they keep seeing in here every single week?
Let me interject one more thing here. If you have a smartphone or a tablet that you can carry around with you when you're out and about, that's going to get you expanded connectivity. Use it. Get on Facebook with your smartphone and install the Facebook Messenger. Because I got people over in the Philippines using this, and they use it to interact with. It works. So if you got a smartphone or a tablet, get it hooked into Facebook and your networks like this, because it works. It gives you expanded connectivity. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, so let's break it down. You guys have been here for an hour and 50 minutes. We want to be out of here in 10 minutes. I got more work to do, and I know you guys want to get back to your day. So let's break it down here. First, you got to start off by picking out a niche. Pick out 2 or 3 niches, whatever it is you want to focus on. But the main thing is you want to pick out stuff that you actually like. Okay? I own U.S. Home Workforce, so obviously one of those niches by default needs to be marketing. Okay? By default, I have to be in that niche. Okay? But it doesn't mean you have to be in that niche. There's a lot of different niches out there. I'm actually, one of the niches I'm going to be doing in 2016 that I've been setting up recently is for a video game that I've been playing for 3 years on my iPad called Clash Fans. I'm going to build up a huge audience and get a whole bunch of traffic off of that. I'm going to get a bunch of free traffic off of that. Okay? You guys want to see what I built?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let me finish this up so I don't get rabbit trailed, because I want to make sure you guys get this in the next 8 minutes. Okay? And then I'll show you what I built. All right? So anyways, next thing you want to do is you need a platform, whether it's WordPress or my favorite, U.S. Home Workforce. Obviously, that's my favorite platform. I've actually moving away from WordPress because of what we have been able to do this year with U.S. Home Workforce. The blogging platform, if you saw it in the past, it's so much revolutionized since last year. I mean, it's HTML5 responsive templates. Anyway, I'm not here to give a sales pitch about U.S. Workforce, but whatever platform you use, whether it's WordPress or something else, it doesn't matter, okay? You got to have a platform. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons I really like U.S. Home Workforce is because it gives me all the tools I need. I got everything in one place to do everything I ever need to do for business. That's why I built the darn thing. That's why I got U.S. Home Workforce, so I could do it all in one place. WordPress is pretty awesome, but if you want to do it all inside WordPress, you're going to need a lot of plugins, and that's going to make your site slow. Mm-hmm. I know that from firsthand experience.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So anyways, regardless of what platform you use, you need to have a platform. A platform is basically the business. Okay? Everything that you do, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, should all come back to the central hub, which is your platform, which is your blog, your website.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you're building up subscribers on Facebook, Pinterest, Google+, you're building up email subscribers, you're getting if you're doing it right, you're getting some phone numbers in there also, so you can do some SMS marketing and different things. So you're building up this list of followers out there. So that's the third step. You pick out a niche. You know what you like. I know what I like. I like a lot of different things. So you know what you like. Pick out one or two or three that you really like, and make those the niches that you focus on. Okay. And then next, then you need to build your platform. You need to make sure you have a central hub that you can direct all these people from Facebook and Pinterest and Twitter and different places. So do you have to share your content all the time? No. In fact, I recommend that you don't share your content all the time. That you've got a vast, huge resource on the internet that you can find new stuff every day. You don't even need my RSS tool. Okay? You can just Google new articles every day. Everybody can find stuff, news articles, different things, and just share stuff. Okay, and what is your job? I had a friend, I'll leave the friend talk out of this, but I just had this conversation with somebody less than 2 weeks ago. Okay, basically they were really involved in their particular field work, and they lost their job, and they've been out of work for a while. And so anyway, we got them hooked up in the U.S. home workforce, and I talked to them for about an hour. I'm sharing with you guys right now, and one of the things I shared with them was, you need to understand what your job is. Okay, and since you're trying to make money, you would think that your job title is salesman or marketer. Okay, when you're trying to build up a buyer's list, throw that out. Okay, throw that out. You're not a salesman or you're not a marketer. Here's your job title. You ready for it? Your job, you can make up your own title. I'm just going to give you a description for what your job is. It's not salesman. Your job is not try to sell them crap. That will become a natural part of the whole process if you do it correctly. Okay? So what is your job description? Your job description is to have an opinion. That's your job. Have an opinion about anything and everything related to your niche.
Yeah, opinionator.
Have an opinion about everything. Okay? So if you share some content, a great way to stir up more likes and shares and comments or inside these different groups is have an opinion. Okay, and it doesn't matter whether people agree with you or disagree with you. In fact, you need both. If you're going to be successful and you're going to build a buyer's list, you're going to need people to disagree with you. As painful as that to some people that really like everybody to like them, I'm going to tell you, if you want to have a buyer's list, you're going to need people who disagree with you. Okay? And it's a very important part of the whole process. Okay, so how do you get people to disagree with you? You have to have an opinion. And what does matter is that your opinions that you share with people are your honest, true opinions. Don't tell people what they want to hear. Tell them what you honestly think. Okay? Because you're not trying to get everybody inside your niche to be in your buyer's list. That is not your goal. You'll never achieve that goal. It's not realistic. Okay? So why do you need people to disagree with you? It's because you will also have people that agree with you. Mm-hmm. If you have people that disagree with you, by default, you'll also have people that agree with you. Okay? And how do you get people to trust and respect you? Because remember that's what you need to have a buyer's list. You need to build up trust and respect inside your niche. Right? We talked about that when we got started here. Trust and respect is a currency. It's the foundation for making money online. You have to build up that trust and respect. So how do you get trust and respect? You do it by having an opinion. And people that agree with you guess what their emotional attachment is going to be towards you. Because they agree with you, because you had the tenacity to say something that nobody else did, even though people were disagreeing with you, you spoke up and you said what you thought, guess what? They will respect you. Why is it that they respect you, or is it the fact that they respect the fact that you agree with something that they already think and feel?
Mm-hmm.
You guys follow that?
Right.
They trust and respect you because you think the same way they think. You feel the same way they feel about whatever that opinion was.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you say something, or you write something, you put something in a video, you write it in a post, you put it on an article, or whatever you do, and people will keep coming back. So guess what? They want to see more of your opinions. They want to see if they agree with you. And if people disagree with you, guess what's going to happen? Most of the happen. Nothing. Because most people are sheep. They're very quiet and shy. They won't say anything. But then you get that smaller number that don't get defend their positions because they're the same thing they think. Right? And all of a sudden, you've got highlights. You got attention. You've got an audience that's looking at what you said. And you got people on both sides of the aisle agreeing and disagreeing. And guess what? The people that agree with you, whether they're silent or whether they speak up and defend you and rush to your side, those are your future buyer list. The people that agree with you. Who gives a hoot about the people that disagree with you? They're probably never going to buy anything from you, okay? But they are a necessary evil to get done what you need done, which is to build up your buyer list.
Yep.
You guys follow me?
Uh-huh. Sure do.
All right, so here,
This
so there
is
it is.
reminiscent
Okay,
of the conversation we had.
You pick out your niche, and you have to have a platform, whether it's WordPress or USM Workforce or using Blogger or whatever else you want to use. Use. You've got to have a platform, and when you're focusing on building up your audience, you need to think of it in the broadest way that you can. You need to build up an audience on Facebook, Pinterest, Google+, and so forth. Yeah, brand, because you're building up your brand, you're building up yourself as an authority, and you're never going to build up yourself as an authority if you don't have an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have an opinion about anything, you don't really take sides on one side of the issue or the other, then what are you an authority of?
Yeah.
Okay? And so basically that's your job. You're gonna write content, you're gonna make videos, or you're gonna share videos and share content. And what's the ultimate goal that you want to achieve when you're doing that whenever possible?
Mm-hmm.
Have an opinion. And you can follow up with, well, what do you think about it? This is what I thought, right? That's going to get you more likes, more comments, more shares by having an opinion and saying what you thought about it, okay? When you first get started, you may not get very many likes, you may not get very many shares, but think about this as the long-term goal. You're doing this is your goal is to start building up your buyers list by the end of 2016. Remember? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
It's not by the end of the week. It's not going to happen that quickly. That's not realistic. Okay, so your overall big goal is you want to start building up your likes on Facebook, your followers on Twitter, your subscribers on Pinterest and on Google+, and your email subscribers, people that are coming back to your website and reading your articles and things. This time next year, if you put an hour or two in every day and you put together an article, turn the opinions that you shared in that article into a short 2 or 3 minute video. And this is one of the secrets to becoming successful on YouTube, is you don't want long videos. You only want 2 or 3 minute videos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? YouTube will rank your video based on the percentage of your audience that watches the entire video. So if your video's 45 minutes long, you're going to end up with a smaller percentage of your audience watching the entire thing, which means that video won't rank very well. Okay? So if you have a 2 or 3 minute video and your audience knows that you're not going to take a lot of their time, they know it time and time again. Every time they watch one of your videos, it's only 2 or 3 minutes long. You get right to the point. You share your thoughts and your feelings and your opinions about it. You share a great article with them. And it doesn't always have to be an article you wrote. You can make a 2-3 minute video about somebody else's article. It really doesn't matter, because your goal is not always just to get traffic back to your website. Your goal is to build up your audience and to build up trust and respect inside your niche's community. It's how you're going to build a buyer's list. Who's glad to be here this afternoon and hear all this today? Was this helpful?
Yes,
Very
it was.
much.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
David, have you ever heard of Bushido?
Nope.
It's the 7 virtues of Bushido. It's a Japanese
Martial arts.
martial arts, and I learned about it when I worked for NCR and Selectron, and they based a lot of their, especially the honor codes, and my favorite was the Makoto, which is honesty and sincerity. A lot of their awards we were given are based on that, but many of the things that you touched on the past hour falls in line with Bushido. Integrity, respect, heroic courage, honor, compassion, honesty and sincerity, duty and loyalty are the 7.
Well, that's very interesting.
I'll send this to you.
I want to make it clear that if you're trying to establish yourself as an authority, it doesn't mean you have to give up your privacy.
Right.
Because you don't have to. When I say it's your job to have an opinion, it doesn't mean you have to share with them all your thoughts and feelings about everything in the whole wide world. Keep it in context to your niche.
Yes.
Okay? I mean, you can share whatever you want about yourself. I mean, you can say the plumber came over and fixed the toilet today. I don't care what you say in your videos. But in reality, you only have to keep it in context to your niche. So you don't have to share all your personal views about politics and religion and all this stuff unless that's your niche. If that's your niche, then you need to become Rush Limbaugh, you know?
Right. Or a liberal view.
Or James Cramer.
So, you guys want to see what I built? This I've been working on. This was a little project I did for myself. I came up with a pretty cool idea. I'm a workaholic. That's probably one of my big vices. Is I'm a workaholic. I'll work 18-hour days because I just don't quit. I'll literally what I do for entertainment is I'll watch TV, but in a different tab. You see how I got Netflix over here? So I was watching Clear and Present Danger over here on Netflix, but I just rebooted my computer, so I got to sign back in. Okay, but I don't actually watch it. I didn't even watch 5 minutes of this film. I had it in the background listening to it like it's radio. Okay, and that's my routine. I'll listen to a movie and I usually have 4 or 5 different applications and several browsers open, and I'm usually just working and I'm listening in the background. And so about 3 years ago, I found a way to get myself to relax a couple hours each day. And I started, it was basically Christmas going into 2012. It was just basically, I didn't have any more work to do at that moment, at that time. Like I had a week or two where I didn't have anything to do if I wanted, if you know. But my brain has to stay active all the time. That's why I like working so much, you know. So I downloaded a game on my iPad called Clash of Clans, and I'm not really a gamer. I don't play any other games. That's like the only game I've got. But it's a strategy game, and I actually really liked it. And one of the reasons I liked it was the community aspect. You basically build a clan. You get 50 people in your clan. And I've had the same people in my clan for like 2.5 years now. And that's what I like. It's not even really the game that I like. It's the fact that I get to see and talk to the same people in my clan every day, month after month, year after year. So that's pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that's how I get myself to relax. I'll say, okay, I'm done. And that's when I'll actually just lay down, rest my back, and I'll actually watch a TV show or watch a movie instead of just listening to it. And then I'll pop on the game and I'll chat with people and play the game a little bit. So, but for the last 3 years, I've been fascinated with this because there's literally like over 100 million people that play this game. There was like 22 million people back in May of 2013, and the game was only 6 months old then. It's made billions and billions of dollars. And basically, so there's millions of clans. There's over 100 million people playing this game. And from a marketing standpoint, I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be something I can do to kind of capitalize on this market and make some money out of this sort of thing. I can't help myself. That's what I do for a living, you know. So I'm thinking to myself, what could I possibly do? And I made about 2 or 3 different attempts, and they didn't work out well. And it was the reason was the platform that I built the different ideas on. Well, this time I built my idea using my favorite platform, which was U.S. Home Workforce. It's the best platform there is, in my opinion. Okay, I love it way more than WordPress or anything else. And I did some WordPress. I did Dolphin community sites. I've done a lot of different things. And so I built this site here, Clasher.tv, and I just finished making the last couple pages for it this morning. So basically, you guys are among the very, 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 very first people to ever see this site. Okay? Pretty straightforward and simple. All right, got your video player up here, right? Leave your comments down here. And so you want to find out more information about the game, you can find out all about the buildings in the game, the troops that are in the game, different spells that you use in the game, different base designs, attack strategies, and you can learn more about my clan, which is Immortal Empire. I'm a clan leader of my clan. I started it almost 3 years ago. And you see all the information in here. Everything you see on here this is all built using U.S. Home Workforce. Okay, I'm going to log into my Clash of Clans account. Okay, I know that you guys can run. Okay, I'm just sharing something I've done recently, and I'm pretty jazzed about it. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm logging into my Clash of Clans account here on U.S. Home Workforce, and you notice I got a custom members area inside here. Instead of seeing U.S. Home Workforce, you got the Clasher.tv up here. And why is that? Well, because on Clasher.tv, we're basically giving out free clan websites, 100% free. So everything you see here, you can basically get your own free clan website. Put your clan name up here, your own email up here. Valor, quiet. Here's the other dog next door. Your clan tag, your clan leader. Okay, check this out. You go into your, let me close this. That's our privacy policy. All right. Go in here to the profile. All right. And this is different than what you're going to see inside your U.S. Home Workforce account, because this is the Clasher.tv account, and instead of seeing all the other variables and stuff that you'd see for the blog, this is all related to the Clash of Clans website. So this is where you put in your clan leader, clan email, clan tag, clan perks. You don't have to understand what all that is, but basically it's all drop down. You can pick out all the different options that you want on here, okay? And everything you see here, all the information you see here is coming in from the profile. So it's completely customizable. The clan description, how you earn elder, how you earn co-leader, your clan's main focus, different requirements to join your clan, all that type of stuff, that's all coming in from the profile. Come on, that's pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I just built. And why did I do it? Well, one, I'm a big fan of the game, and I thought this was a fun project. I wanted a good clan website for my own clan anyway. And secondarily, well, you know, I'm a businessman. I did it because obviously I want to make some money too, right? So, but this is 100% free, no strings attached. They don't really, I mean, it's really, truly 100% free. I'm not asking them to buy anything or sign up for anything when they log in. There's no upgrading their memberships or anything like that. They just got a free account, free website. That's all. That's all. So what I'll be doing to make money from this is every once in a while, in between these commercials or in between these videos, I'm going to place my own commercials. This is my own video player, okay, and so I'll be running my own commercials. You know, for joining free treasure chest, or, you know, download this application game or something like that. And you know, just imagine thousands and thousands of clans all having free clan websites sending me free traffic.
Mm-hmm.
They get a free website, and it's a pretty darn awesome website, if I do say so myself. And what do I get? I get free traffic. Win-win. They got a free website, I got free traffic. So that's the project I just finished up. It took me about 2 weeks to build this. So anyway, I asked if you guys want to see what I was just working on. That's what I was just working on.
Yep.
I'd actually like to build more websites like this and using the U.S. Home Workforce platform. The U.S. Home Workforce platform is really, really ridiculously cool. But anyways, I hope the thoughts I shared today about blogging and building up an audience and building up that buyers list over this next year is very helpful. Because I'll tell you what, if all you do is chase after the short-term ideas, that's all it'll ever amount to. It'll make you money this week or this month, or may make you money for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, being an online marketer, you don't get a 401k. So you have to think of your retirement. You have to think of your long-term security and that sort of thing. So do think about your long-term goals as an internet marketer, and the money really is in the list. The money's in the list. And if you really, really want to know what that means, by seeing it in your bank account, you got to build that list. And today, we showed you some ideas how to do it.
Well, let me ask you guys, would you like to do this every week about Friday? Every Friday afternoon, say about lunchtime or after lunch? RJ, Michael, McCoy, would y'all be interested in doing this on a weekly basis? You know, getting together on Fridays at the end of the week and kind of sharing what you've been doing like David did. It's, you know, it's like meeting of the minds. Nobody?
Yeah, you see that guy right there?
Yeah.
That guy's name is Molt, and Molt is going to make David some money. Yes, he is. I'm just kidding, man. Thank you, Molt.
Yeah.
I have fun, man. I joke around a lot. You get to know me. I kid around a lot. But hey, the truth is sometimes funny.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Well,
I'm glad we could do this today. Sorry I showed up late. I thought it was 1 o'clock Central Time because you live Central. I should have looked at the post.
I said noon Central and 1 o'clock Eastern, but that's okay. It's been 2 hours and 18 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and let it go to render, and I'll post it up on YouTube a little bit later, and I'll post the link to this if you want, David. I can put it in the U.S. Home Workforce group, and I can also put it up on my wall. So anybody that's not in the U.S. Home Workforce group, you'll catch it up on my wall.
All right, guys, have a great afternoon and have a good weekend.
All right.
All that good stuff. Yeah, we're coming up here on the weekend.
Yep. Okay. I got to go
Thank you,
in.
David.
Yeah. Thank you all for showing up.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye now.
All right.
Bye.
Talk to y'all later.
Thank you, Ernest.
You bet. You're very welcome.
We'll talk later.
All right.